个就是他家了嘛？我是说那个啦，杰洛特他家啦，他好像被封赏了嘛，就是奖赏这州领土给他。现在才来，之前都没空。
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fauti. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Major Domo of Corfu Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
In that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cutpurse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair.
怎么可能？
Went about his work.
这有点夸大了吧？这要杀多少人啊？
They say he never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary sir. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he said, sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally...
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine.
Mind giving
有没有
me
推
a
荐
little
再
tour
稍微
to
参观一下
Corfu
啊？
Not in the least. Follow me, please.
然后
I
再
think
去
it
接
would
任
be
务。
practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed.
这整片都
Now,
是
sir,
吗？
allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
他也甘愿做这种事情吗？他好像已经接受了自己的人生了。
The
不是没
servants
差啦，不是
quarters.
他当的开心就
I
好。
occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Hero we can afford.
是还行啊，至少没有那个漏水。
Ooh la la.
下雨不要漏水出来就可以
Now I
了。
shall sing you a song. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Baron Rossel
是来唱歌吗？
ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful,
橄榄树啊，
especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now either.
The White Wolf himself.
白狼主人。
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
You smell that? Those are the
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled
真假的？
with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains
他是醒
and
悟了
began
吗？
preaching the wisdoms of liberty.
这是花还是什么？哦，花啊！我还以为是葡萄啊，葡萄不是这样子的吧？
Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
所以说这个葡萄这个庄园啦，有种植葡萄、橄榄树，甚至以前还种过药草。那我能把药草种起来吗？就是以后再也不需要去外面收集了，在这边采集就可以了。有没有什么种钱得钱、种瓜得瓜这种东西啊？
Smell that? Those are the interests of Tucson.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Of wine, my wife won't know
好
they're
破烂啊！
mine.
地下室哎，
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
所以说这个房子需要维修吗？还是怎样？哇，
And welcome inside.
这个那个内置装潢真是惨不忍
On the
睹啊！
left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. If Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its
还可以投
beautification,
资啊！
consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any
好啊，
Mentioned the place could stand
好
to
像
be
蛮有意
spruced
思的
up.
欸，
Almost
可以稍微
decided.
翻新一下嘛。
Question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Been thinking about the outer.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with... Not only did the residents positively
个资百千5000，我有那么多钱吗？
Hands then.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's highly skilled at what they do, it shall not take them too long.
我的瞬间，
2 days.
我的钱包受到威胁了。
Your eyes will behold your residence in its refurbished, rejuvenated, beautified state. Is there anything else?
Got these spacious grounds.
Oh, yes, we certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table.
In my trade,
Of course,
还行啊，1000。
and sent
of course. Will you be needing anything?
my
Admiral?
反正都是要我给钱就可以了。
Immediate.
幸好我在接血与酒任务之前就已经有大量的资金了。
feel. Started
I agree.
vineyard.
Baron?
He was
No, he never... Sadly.
没有别的吗？
starting to really like.
I agree. Yet I would urge you to hope.
吧，
Thanks.
那趁现在的话，那我就先接个任务啦，
himself.
因为还有点时间嘛。
Man who dare not
这算支线任务啊？主线攻下一城，
red is a man whose wife's like to
不错啦。
his head.
我们杰洛特终于不用再去那个什么破房子了，那什么凯尔莫罕什么城堡啊？哦，就在下面而已啊，那算了。
And what do you get
Oh,
for
you
all that
bleeding
work?
bumble.
A crook in Quebec once so honest.
杰洛特终于可以被人家称呼为老爷了，不用再称呼别人为老爷，是别人来称呼我们。下面吗？那座红房子。啊？会分支啊？怎么什么？真假的？我看一下、哦，我刚储存了吗？这边开始就有分支的路线啊。
I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
耶、这个血与酒有几个结局啊？我听说很多种哎、一个 DLC 就有这么多种可能的、啊。
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
See you already prepared.
We have 2 objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the man who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, Then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them we know very little.
Centrion's men, gotta be. Ran into a few in town. They tried to kill me. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt.
We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Kill him!
等一下，等一下！靠腰，我想要血怎么那么痛啊？因为是我装甲没换过啦。哎，他们也是被控制的吗？
You'll never know. Roderick sent them to get the horses.
I see no Ducals along the road.
Can't let him.
They must not be guarding it.
Roderick was right. We can flee. We'll manage.
Someone's here. They've breached the back wall. Come on. Kill him. I shall show you, bro.
讨厌！好吧，把那个麻烦的。
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
You shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests.
那他们呢？
Where are they now?
他可能就只是个受害者吧。
Ready in their escape.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were to leave together. An old fool.
Where is she?
Yes.
他是快死
Her
啊！
chamber is in the tower, the top floor. What will become of me?
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you.
What is happening? This one! Kill the shitmaster!
还有，
You will die, you
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
And Harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
啊！是那个吸血鬼吧？
Need to get into the keep.
They shall pay for everything!
吸血鬼好强哦！我可不可以不要偷偷杰洛特啦？好多人哦！基本上被吸血鬼逮到，你就死定了。你们自己看，他就一起，都是一起耶。哈哈哈，这私人片野。
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
We thought you could use our help. So, Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then.
There. 他就是幕后主使来怎样？
Renna,
哎，哦不是啊，
are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look.
哦，他老婆
Threatened
啊
to，kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
老婆在看什么东西啊？为什么要东张西望
Now we can go and find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
哎，等一下。哦，原来如此啊！
Giving you one chance to tell us everything yourself.
I've nothing to tell.
Witcher, what is
她就是那个她姐姐，对不对啊
Sorry, Dlc. You've been had.
My friend, please, you must
她
listen
娶了一
to what Geralt
个
has to say.
皇室的一个成员呐、
Rena's not her real name. This is Sienna. And Sienna is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What nonsense is this?
Sienna was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Centurion to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Centurion led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Sienna gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dlc. She used you. Part of her plan.
对，她好可怜啊、一直被利用。
If you do not, I will raze Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
所以说就是会啦。
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dlc like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
Conscience gets to you now?
Better... better late than never, right?
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Sienna, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into? So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
他们两个还是很恨彼此吧？
And
不是说
you,
姐姐啊。
You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time. Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
Roderick got duped and used. just like the vampire.
Apropos, were you able to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Siana blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
都是自导自演。
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Siana's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Detlef.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Siana. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Siana and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
等级升好快啊，16等了。
Do you think Her Grace's nerves have been calmed?
Doubt. Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially when threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Detlef's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even.
现在如何？
Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
What can I say? It happens at times. Especially likely to when the monster I'm chasing can turn into fog.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
Depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
Rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Siana is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister.
可是
We are bound by blood and by a shared
他要
child.
怎么交代
I
啊？
shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison. Pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlef?
我还在努力。
We're working to find that out, Your Grace.
Do you take me for a fool?
I wouldn't dare.
I care not one whit what you have worked on, are working on, or shall work on. I'm interested in results, which thus far have been nil. At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the battue to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
我要继续顶嘴吗？还是怎样？我想顶嘴，可是好啦。
We'll catch him, Your Grace, sooner or later.
I should hope so, Witcher, for the sake of all Beauclair and yours. But to the matter at
我又怕这会影响到整个结
Have
局。
you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlaf, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to believe that...
Your Grace! Vampires!
What?
这么快
Speak
啊？
now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but so many lives lost!
这么快就来啊？3天到了吗？嗯？
If it's war this Detlaf wants, it's war he shall have. Geralt, get to work. This time I'll hear no excuses. Palmer and you...
Get her out of here.
这之前是不是打过了啊？哇！啊，你不要这样飞来飞去的嘛！这个吸血鬼就已经这么难对付了，更何况是一堆。
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And there. Detlaf was not making idle threats.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detlaf out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I'd put it? Do forgive me that I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
轻描淡写。
Another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detlaf out. Force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detlaf's demand and liberate his beloved Siana.
Think Detlaf still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that, he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Detlaf? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know. But Detlaf is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will spare the city.
So say I agree to this, 'cause I might. Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Sienna won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
Wow.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must merely decide you wish to. There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. I trust I've dispelled your doubts, then.
Not so fast. How would I go about luring Detlef out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen. One of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires. Among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Detlef will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder, how do we
We must find him first. The elder...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What then?
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
So
you know what I would opt for. Should we free Sienna and arrange for her to meet with Detlef, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Detlef included.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Detlef. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now,
我比较好奇雷吉斯这个角色，他到底要站在谁的那一方啊？
Crazy as the plan seems, I'll do it.
You won't make me beg. I knew you wouldn't.
Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a feel for the situation to start with. Coming with?
Of course. Many hands make light work. Damien could be in danger.
Or dead.
Himself? He seemed battle-hardened. More than a few scraps under his belt.
Against humans, not monsters.
哎，长者。
This is it. Down before he kills it.
哇，这是杀！
Lesser vampires would heed a higher vampire's calm commands.
As a rule, they don't.
So how Detlef sickling on the city?
I told you, he's exceptional. He manages to bend them to his will, control them with his thoughts. They'll continue attacking until he orders them to back down, until he...
哇，这个整个变写词哎。 哇！ 我已经是没有食物了，靠腰，完蛋了。然后嘞
Need to look around. Blow itself didn't kill him. Bled to death afterwards.
If we'd only arrived a bit earlier.
Blow itself didn't kill him. Bled to death afterwards.
If we'd only arrived a bit earlier.
They broke formation. Ran.
That's it. It's Damien's blood. He was wounded.
Let's go.
好惨烈哦！人类在他们面前根本就构不成任何威胁。
Barricade put up in the street.
Pointless. That's no obstacle to a vampire.
They didn't know. I didn't get a chance to prepare them.
啊！啊，这个帮忙一下！
Care to come back?
Come on, come closer. Knight's body. Guillaume must be in the bank. Barricaded themselves inside.
哇，靠腰！我的那个食物不够多啦，有点快扛不住了。
You killed it single-handedly. That harlot's brood slaughtered half my unit.
I see the harlot's brood came close to slaughtering you as well.
Need to withdraw. You and your men. Now.
My duty lies with the city.
Won't help this city by leading your men to the slaughter. Damien, conversation back at the palace, remember? I'll say it again. Your men don't stand a chance.
Men, tend to the wounded and prepare to march out.
Doing the right thing. Now listen close. Silver. That's what you want to use against vampires. Your alchemists, order them to produce as much vampire oil as they can. Churn it out in gallons. Then coat your blades with it. Keep an eye out for Alps and Bruxae. The shapely ones resemble women. There one moment, gone the next. Bombs containing silver splinters are a pretty good idea.
Thank you, Witcher. I hope you're worth the coin the Duchess pledged you. And that you'll return with the head of the wretch that did this, skewered on a...
真的要没用吗？
Got a different plan.
And what would that be?
All I can say just now is I'm gonna need...
You know the Duchess's decision. Sienna awaits her trial.
We know it, but we do not agree with it.
You've that luxury. I do not. I've sworn my loyalty to her grace.
Can't force you, won't try. But I'd urge you to ask yourself a question. How you feel tomorrow when you bury more soldiers while knowing you might have prevented their deaths, but chose not to even try.
I fear we waste our time here. Come, Geralt.
Wait. When last I saw Sienna, her grace was escorting her to the palace playroom.
Playroom?
娱乐间
As in for children? You sure?
I've served in the ducal palace for years. I know it's every corner. So yes, I am damn sure.
Playroom? So what, Duchess locks Sienna up in a dollhouse?
Honestly, I've no clue. Look, I've told you what I saw. What you do with it is no concern of mine.
Got it. I'll look into it. You get back to your barracks. Retrace my steps. Path ought to be clear.
And you've our gratitude. You helped us a great deal.
I helped Beauclair. At least I hope I did.
Let's go, Regis.
Ah? 我靠，要看！哎
Locked. Of course. Regis, rather not have a fist fight with his door. Do you mind?
Not at all.
这个能开吗？能开。刚怎么突然跳出一个把我锤飞啊？
Thanks.
At your service.
Utter silence. Something inside. No one here. Nope. Empty.
我比较想要食物哎，早知道我在别人家已经搜刮一通了啊。
A rocking horse, rather worn. I suppose it got a lot of use.
别挡路啊！
Nothing under the carpet.
Did you expect something? Apart from the dust swept under there by a lazy chambermaid. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I despise these things.
Miniature tableware. And plush toys. Cute. Wooden duck. Somebody broke its wings off. Nice tune.
Indeed, pleasant. It's a shame the mechanism is damaged.
What the? Found a notebook. Property of Isabelle de Roquefort, court governess. The notes of Sienna and Anna Henrietta's governess when they were little.
I'm not sure it will help, but I suppose there's no harm in leafing through them.
Sienna gave me a
charming
of freshly decapitated bodies covered in blood.
Perhaps not so much.
I asked her why ever she would draw such a thing. Her Highness claimed it was a rendering of nightmares which have plagued her for as long as she can remember. Sienna does wake up screaming nearly every night, save when she shares a bed with Henrietta. Curse of the Black Sun. Supposedly girls afflicted by it had horrible dreams. Kind of horrible that made some of them go mad. The girls quarreled today. I must note rather sadly they did not behave as befits future ladies. The incident devolved into fisticuffs. Anna Henrietta was first to strike her sister. Sienna gave back as good as she'd gotten. By the time I separated them, Henrietta had lost 2 teeth. She ran off to complain to her parents. His Grace the Duke refused to believe my version of events. He laid all the blame on Sienna and vowed to punish the little one harshly. Henrietta did her best to have her sister's sentence commuted, but the Duke and Duchess proved unbending.
Once you're labeled a black sheep, it's so hard to shed that reputation.
天啊！
Today I accompanied the girls for the first time to the land of 1,000 fables. We spent half the day there. First we played with Thumbelina, then with Barbarossa. who proved quite the charmer for a brigand and pirate.
I'm beginning to suspect Isabel de Roquefort wrote in her diary after taking a powerful hallucinogenic. Cannabis rudelaris, for instance, or...
Shh, don't interrupt. I tip my cap to Master Artorius Figo for his achievement. He has proved he has no equal in the arcane arts.
Wait, Artorius was the court mage here, a specialist in illusions, which means...
Regis, last warning. Stop interrupting or I'll seat you in the corner. The girls told me if I ever wish to visit alone, I need but crack open the Land of 1,000 Fables and utter out loud the incantation, Expecto Ludum.
A book as the key to an illusion. My, this grows more interesting by the minute.
哦，所以说可以前往幻想世界，通过那本书。
Conclave arrived today. They came to examine Siana. I cannot know what conclusions they drew.
哎，这样一想的话，他是把他关在那个地方啊，关在童话世界里面。
There's no doubt then that she was diagnosed with the syndrome symptoms.
Or had that label planted on her. It goes on. I dared ask the Duke what would become of the girl. He did not reply. I tutored the girls in Nilfgaardian today. Siana applies herself so, though she has great difficulty memorizing new vocabulary. Lady Henrietta seems more gifted in this regard, yet also prone to impish behavior. When she thought me out of earshot, she called me a blood accuser. She and Siana laughed so hard they almost choked. Blooda is damned, or cursed. What's Cusa?
In the melodious tongue of our none-too-friendly neighbors to the south, the word describes the many-petaled flower that blooms in that place we so unmelodiously call the crotch.
好，看够。这边就是一个线索啦。
This might sound improbable, but maybe, just maybe, Anna Henrietta tossed...
Not impossible. She would be safe there, and isolated. We would...
Where's that book? Locked.
钥匙，蓝宝石。娃娃。
Well, well. A key tucked behind a picture. Wooden duck. Somebody broke its wings off. Tableware. And plush toys. Cute.
他把它直接藏在这个地方啊。可是这样一想的话，这本书如果毁掉的话，那是不是再出不来啦？
Let's see. Expecto Ludum.